On August 15, 1945, the Empire of Japan surrendered, thus ending World War II after 6 years. The Allies formally accepted the surrender in a ceremony aboard the battleship USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay on September 2, 1945. There, General Douglas MacArthur presided over the surrender and resulting occupation of Japan as Supreme Commander for the Allied powers. As a commemoration of that historic event, on August 15, 2015, the MacArthur Memorial in Norfolk played host to a series of events that would mark the 70th anniversary of the end of World War II. The commemoration began with a Masonic procession through the MacArthur Square and a wreath laying at General MacArthur's grave in the MacArthur Memorial's rotunda, followed by a presentation from the MacArthur Memorial's director, Christopher Kolakowski. There, he discussed the first 8 weeks of World War II while highlighting key moments of involvement between Douglas MacArthur and Japan.
For much of the world, 1945 is yesterday. And really, to understand Asia, to understand Europe, particularly Asia, you have to understand World War II and you have to understand its legacies. Because in a lot of ways, modern Asia came out of the end of the Second World War, and particularly modern Japan is a monument to General MacArthur. And how he created that occupation and managed the Japanese surrender really set the right tone for the progression and the successful occupation that MacArthur would have over the next 6 years.
General MacArthur changed Japan at the end of the war from a wartime area to a peaceful area.
The Second World War is the largest war mankind has ever fought. It's the second largest war this country has ever fought, behind only the Civil War. It touched just about everybody in that particular generation, and it's a huge moment in the history of the world.
The growth of Japan since then is dependent on how he did during those 8 weeks. And Chris Kolakowski, the director of the museum here, made a wonderful presentation, very detailed, on those 8 weeks.
70 years on, it remains as relevant as it did then, and it's just worth it to take a moment and reflect and to remember where we were and remember what this is and how it continues to impact today.
Founded in 1964, the MacArthur Memorial is a museum and archive dedicated to the life and times of General of the Army Douglas MacArthur, who is buried in Memorial's rotunda with his wife.
MacArthur actually wanted this not just to be about him, but also to be about the men and women that fought the world wars and in Korea with him. And that's a part of our mission as well. So it's a touch point for veterans, it's a touch point for people who want to understand America's role in the 20th century, who want to understand America's role in the world and how we got there.
I was on ships and served for 27 years. I know what it means to the military community is it's a symbol of leadership, it's a symbol of what the military is responsible for and how important it is to our freedom.
For more information, please visit macarthurmemorial.org. For Norfolk News Now, I'm Chris Free.